Hey guys, so I want to talk about some long-term goals. It's just kind of been on my mind today, and let's talk about it. I started listening to an audiobook on Audible, got my free trial, all that stuff, and the book I started listening to is called The 4-Hour Workweek. Basically, its whole premise is that you can kind of set yourself up long term to get yourself into a financial situation where you have just income coming in where you don't have to do a ton of work. And I know that makes me sound lazy, but I disagree. I think it makes me sound smart. The goal, of course, being to be able to work from wherever you want to, and that has been a part of my goals for a long time. You know, a big part of my plan has been to become self-employed, as you might call it, but not really that, just get myself to a place where I have the freedom to travel and to adventure around this world as much as I want to. And so I'm actually, you saw me setting up that whiteboard, and the goal of that, what I'm going to write on that is like, in one corner of it, probably the bottom right, I'm going to put like a final goal, whether it be to, hike the Appalachian Trail, or some kind of big and crazy adventure like that. And then I'm going to kind of timeline out, work backwards from there, and figure out exactly what it's going to take to do that. More, not in terms of like buying food and things like that. Like that small stuff is pretty obvious. I'm talking more along the lines of, find a way to take 6 months off of work. That kind of stuff, because those big adventures, you need to be away. Like if I wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail, which I would like to do before I turn 35, that is a goal that I have set for myself. It takes about 6 months to hike it through straight, which is what I want to do. So that's kind of the big, I'm going to try and look at like the bigger picture as far as like that type of thing goes, so that I can start to live the life that I want. Working an 8-to-5 job, as great as it is to have that steady income and blah, 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 it's not what I want to do. It's not my ultimate goal in life to be just stuck behind a desk constantly. I want to go out and see the world. I want to live my life. And so I think it's about time that I start taking the steps to do that. There's going to be a lot that I want to accomplish before I'm able to do a trip like that. I want to actually be able to rent out my house. That was a goal when I bought the house, was to rent this house out and for it to pay my mortgage, maybe plus a little bit, depending on how much I think I could rent it out for, so that it's kind of supplementing my income a little bit, and at least so that if I wanted to leave for 6 months, I would have my mortgage would be taken care of, and that would be would definitely be a good thing. But even before I do that, there's a lot that has to happen. I want to renovate it. I have to refinance the home because of the loan program that I applied for when I bought the place. I'm actually not supposed to rent it out and not have it be my main residence. So I would have to take care of that. I would have to, make sure that I'm not breaking the rules of the mortgage program that I signed up for. So, you know, there's a lot of moving parts to it, but I think I just have to start doing it. Otherwise, I'm going to be 10 years down the road and miserable, and I don't want that. I need to start thinking about the adventures that I want to have, what I want to have in my life, and how to go about getting it. So that's going to be kind of the purpose of these video blogs going forward, is to take my life from what it is now into what it is that I want. So I hope you guys will come with me on that journey, and it's going to be one crazy adventure. It's going to be a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it. Okay, that's the end of my venting for tonight. So thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time. Good night. I wiped out a second time. Another big, really fast downhill. Kicked my butt. I do love it out here, though. It's really, really beautiful. And the snow's still here. It's not great snow, but it's